Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, my students. How are you today? Okay, good. Before we start our lesson today, I would like to say congratulations for all of you as you finally in the senior high school in grade 10. And welcome to my English class. We will learn a lot about English uh, from now until in the end of the semester. But before we start our lesson today, let's pray together and be ready, okay? Pray begin. I mean, finish. Alright, and then I will check your attendance. Who's absent today? Alright, okay, students. Uh, Now we will start to learn the material we will discuss today. I assume you that you've known what material we will discuss. Okay, so the first chapter we will learn about talking about oneself, talking about ourselves. So we will learn how to introducing ourselves, introducing your friend, maybe your family, perhaps. Uh, that's the material we will learn. And I want to ask you, um, what material that you have learned in the previous study in junior high school maybe. I know that you have learned about the greeting materials, how to greet someone else, like hello, good morning, etc. That's the first step if you will learn into the step of talking about ourselves. Okay, then for the beginning of our activity, I have prepared an audio. It contains a dialogue about talking ourselves. So you have to listen carefully, okay? And then in the end of the activity, uh, I have some questions that you have to answer according to the audio that you have listened, okay? So here's the audio.
My name is Anna Marinin. I'm 27 years old. I was born in San Francisco, California, and moved to Auburn, about 2 hours away by car, still in California, when I was 4 years old. My parents are divorced. My mom was a lawyer, and now she is a yoga teacher. My dad is a comic book artist. My brother, who is 25 years old, is still in college. For hobbies, I enjoy going on walks, doing yoga, studying Japanese, reading, and vintage shopping. I like genres of music, like techno music or jazz mostly. My favorite genres in books and TV are science fiction and fantasy.
Okay, students, you have listened the audio, right? I hope you listen it carefully and get the point, okay? And as my promise before, uh, you have to answer some questions from me. The first question is, who is the person that talking in the audio? Who knows? Okay, right, Anna. Her name is Anna. And the second question, uh, what are the topics that uh, the person in the audio talking about? There are some topics, right? Who knows? Any volunteer? Okay, good. Give applause. So she's talking about herself, and then her family, and then there's some her hobbies, and then her interests. Yes, her hobbies and her interests. And what? Okay, good. So there's some topics that we can tell to another about ourselves. It includes everything that related to ourselves. Okay. All right then. I will explain a little bit material about the generic structure of a self-explanatory text or material. So in the self-explanatory, there are three parts structure. First is opening, the second is contents, and the last is closing. According to the audio, the opening is the first sentence. Okay, it's include like greeting and you state your name, and then the contents, the second part of the structure, it's include the further explanation about yourself, or maybe your family, or maybe your hobbies, your occupation, etc. And the last is closing. Closing, it means when you close your explanation. Like that's all my introduction, or maybe you will leave your partner like, okay, that's all, thank you, nice to meet you, see you again, like that. Well, so far, is there any question? If there is no questions, we will step to the next activity. uh, I will divide you into two groups, group A and group B. Okay, so let's make a group. Okay, students, you seem have made your group. Alright, so here's the activity. Here's your job. For group A, wait, for all of you, okay, you may open your book. Okay, I assume you have bring your book. Okay, open your book. For the group A, open the page 4, and the group B, page 5. Okay, so in your book there is a text. It is an email. Okay, and it contains some self-explanation. Your job is to analyze, to discuss what the point in the text. Okay, and then answer the question below the text. All right. Okay, I give you 20 minutes to discuss it, and then I want you, each representative of each group, to present your discussion result in front of the class. Okay, and then well, enough for it. Okay, time's up. Please, the representative, come forward and present your result in front of your friends. Group A, please come forward. Okay, good explanation from Group A. Give applause. Okay, and then Group B, please come forward. Okay, great explanation. I think you have understand enough for our material today. Okay, and then the next activity, I want you to make a dialogue about talking about yourself in pairs. Okay, in pairs. I give you 10 minutes. Is it enough? I think it's enough to make the dialogue. Just ask me if you meet some trouble. Okay, please begin to make the dialogue with your partner. Okay, begin. Okay, time's up, guys, and I need some volunteers to present the dialogue that I've made. I'm curious about it, okay? Please, who want to be the first to present the dialogue? Okay, please come forward and show to your friends. Okay, great. That's a great conversation. Okay, students, it seems like the time is nearly end. And before we close our lesson today, I give you a homework. It's simple homework. You just have to write an self-explanation about yourself, type it in the Microsoft Word, and then send it to me by email. Okay, I'll show you my email. Here's my email. You may send it when you're done, and I directly check your work. Okay, before we close, let's make a reflection what we have learned today. So first, what material we have discussed? Okay, it's talking about ourselves, self-explanation, text and expression, right? And then we have learned about the structure of the self-explanation. It is opening, contents and closing. I hope you have understand well, okay? So that's all the material that we have learned. I hope you understand well and enjoy our first lesson today. And don't forget to review your material and don't forget to study, okay? Okay, that's all our lesson today. Keep your head up and don't forget to study, okay? So that's all. See you next meeting. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.